don't you just ever be wondering to yourself, like, I don't understand why I'm always comparing myself to these other people, like this girl, that girl, what they have and this person have. It's honestly becoming so common for people to just compare themselves 24/7 to other people. Like, bro, you are you, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why you don't need to compare yourself to anyone else. And from this day forward, things are gonna change for you. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jada Hendricks, your host. So today it is going to be the third episode of my podcast series, and I'm super excited for this one because I can relate to this one so much. So I know that I can pour out to you guys so much valuable information and so many things that will help you guys, improve and get so much more better in life, and that's what we want, right? So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so I am here with my notebook once again, as always. And obviously, this podcast series, or episode, I should say, is going to be about how to stop comparing yourself. Number one, and most importantly, you are your own beautiful. Okay, so don't forget that. Let's write that down. Go write it down. Let it marinate. You are your own beautiful girl, okay? Or guy, you are your own handsome, like whatever. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You will never, ever be these people, okay? You are you for a reason and no one else. And I actually had to tell somebody this the other day, right? You are your own beautiful, right? So therefore, no one else will ever be you. Everyone will have their own beautiful, their own thing about them, right? So it could be two beautiful people, right? And someone may like that person better, like one person better. And it's not because of how they look or any of that. It could simply be just within, like whatever is within that just makes that person more beautiful to another person, right? So for instance, like say if I had just this jolly personality and someone is more like calm, and this guy, he's like, well, I like the calmer one, and it's like some other people like jolly and up, down to earth, and some people like calm. So you are your own person. No one will find the same thing that they find in you and anyone else, okay? There can be similarities, but exactly you, never. So you need to understand that. That's something that is very, very important. No one will ever be you. No one will ever be me, okay? So it's like, stop comparing yourself to other people. Like, you will never be that person, and it's okay because you are you, and so many people love you and admire you, and you don't even know. You need to not forget who you truly are trying to be someone else. So you trying to be other people or dress like other people or look like someone else, you're forgetting who you truly are. So for instance, if you try to start dressing like other people, but really that's not how you dress, you're literally losing yourself in the midst of that, because you're trying to do something that is honestly really not you, right? You're trying to dress a certain way, or even if you start trying to talk a certain way because you like the way that someone talks, like, bro. And it's so crazy because I found myself in the past, like I would try to dress a certain way because that's how certain girls that I thought was so beautiful, like that's how they would dress. And I was like, one day I just had to think to myself, like, girl, you're losing your own self trying to be like these other people. Like, this is not really how you dress. This is not really how you act. This is not how you really style yourself, right? Don't lose yourself trying to be like other people. It's so common for people to actually lose themselves and they're not the same person. Why is everyone calling me? Okay, so now we're going to be talking about the difference between envy and jealousy. Okay, so I had to look deep into this because I remember going over these two words and I was like, there's a huge difference and people don't even realize. They're very similar, don't get me wrong, but they have a difference in the meaning in a way. And I just wanted to let you guys know exactly the difference. So, envy is a painful feeling at wanting what someone else has, like attributes or possessions, right? So, envy is more of like, not as negative. I mean, it could still be negative, but it's not as negative as jealousy. So envious is like, you're just, oh my gosh, like I really want what they have, right? It's so nice. I wish that I had that. You're not mad that they have that, but you envy them because it's like, oh, I want that for myself too, right? But you're not hating, you're not mad that they have that. You're none of that, right? Jealousy is you feel threatened, protective, or fearful of you losing someone's position or situation to someone else. Those are the examples that I found on the internet. But so for an example for jealousy is if you're in a relationship with someone or a friendship and someone else comes along and now the person that you were in that friendship or relationship with is closer with this other person and you're now feeling jealous because you feel like your place is going to be taken. Or another example for jealousy could be it's more negative on in an aspect of, say if you feel like a girl is prettier than you or has more things than you and you're more like jealous, like you have this hatred, you have this negative feeling like you don't want that person to have that, you want to be better than that person, you wish that they didn't have that. That's what jealousy is more of. It's more of just like I'm hating, right? Which both envious and jealousy is both really not the way you want to go. Okay, so you like envious is also, I feel, kind of negative only because envious is more like it's like a painful feeling, like, oh, I wish I had that, like I'm not feeling good because I wish that I had that. You're not hating on them, but the feeling that you're feeling is not a positive feeling. So I would like to, for myself, I like to switch it to being inspired. So that's the way you want to look at things. If someone you feel like is prettier, right? Or if you feel like someone has something better, I feel like you should be inspired rather than feeling envious or jealous because it's more of a positive feeling at the end of the day. And we've talked about this in the past. You want to make sure that you go strictly to positivity instead of negativity. Negative thoughts. Sorry. So yes, I always try to look at it like I'm inspired. So if I like what someone has or how they have their hair or whatever it is, right? I like to look at it and I would be inspired by them, right? And it's just a much more positive feeling because it's okay to be inspired by someone. It's a good feeling. It's a positive feeling, right? So instead of looking at everything in a negative way, like envious, jealousy, you have to look at it and be inspired. Now, jealousy, I know that it is hard, especially if you're in a relationship or a friendship and you feel like someone else is taking your place in that friendship or relationship. But you have to understand that however, you have to understand that your place is your place. And if someone else can take your place, then it was never your place. And you want to be able to be in places that you know that you will always be exactly like fit in, right? So for instance, if you're in a relationship and you see someone come around and you think that they're going to take your man, or if you're in a friendship and you feel like someone's going to take your best friend, don't go straight to jealousy. Go to, okay, I know that my place in this person's life is stern, right? It's always going to be the same. Go look at it like that way. And then if you see that things start to change and you see that your friend or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, they're changing for another person, this new person, I definitely think that you could speak to that person like, hey, I'm just feeling some type of way because of so and so. But don't go straight to hatred, which is jealousy. And it's like you're angry at this person or this other person, right? And now you're starting problems and you're acting a certain way instead of communicating with the person, of feeling a certain way. Just understand that if someone else starts acting different towards you because of another person coming into their life, it doesn't have anything to do with you. It has something to do with that person that is basically trading on you. If they're actually trading on you, if they're actually treating you differently, that's when you should go in and you should communicate with them. And if they continue to do that, then you know that now your place in their life doesn't sit the same, right? And you shouldn't have to force anyone to be a certain way towards you. You know, you're the catch. Always remember that. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about comparing and exactly what the meaning is of that. And I do have that written down as well. And this is what I just found on Google. But it serves as an orientation to see where you stand in a group and whether we need to take some action to improve our performance or position. So, comparing will not make you feel good. Understand that you are your own beautiful. That's something that I wrote underneath of it. But yes, at the end of the day, you are trying to perform yourself better and in your position or anything in life, right? You're trying to be better than someone else. And like I said, you never want to try to be better than anyone. You want to be the better you. You want to always look at life like I'm trying to be better than me the me I was yesterday, rather than I'm trying to be better than that person, because you don't know this person. This person could be so low in life and you could be so high, and whole time you're trying to be exactly like them. And it's really not the right route to go towards, because you don't really know what people go through in life. And yes, we could talk about comparing yourself as in how you look, your hair, the way you act, and so forth, right? But at the end of the day, you have to understand, like I told you guys before in the beginning of this video, you are your own beautiful. And even if you feel like someone looks better than you, there are so many people out there that believe that you are so amazing, and they probably look up to you and you don't even know, right? So you want to understand that the only competition that you have in life is yourself and your past self. Okay, so you want to always improve yourself. You don't ever want to look at another person and try to be better than that person or like that person. You always want to be the better you, right? So therefore, stop trying to look for other people to be better than, right? It's not something, first of all, people notice, okay? People notice if you're trying to be like someone else, especially, for instance, right? I was in relationships before, and a guy would try to be like another guy that I used to be with, or try to be better and try to prove that they're better. And to me, that is so unattractive. It's not cute. It's noticeable. And even if a person is not trying to make it noticeable, right? Like, who's trying to make it noticeable? Nobody. But it is noticeable. I notice that you're trying to do something better or trying to act like you're better than the last person I was with. And it is the most unattractive thing ever, because I'm not with that person for a reason, and now I'm with you for a reason, because I like you for you. You guys are not the same at all. Therefore, please don't try to be like that person. Like, it's so simple. Like, trying to be like someone else is never gonna get you far. Don't ever feel like you need to be better than someone, because you are your own better. You are your own good. No one can be like you. Imagine that. Imagine being your own self and your own beautiful, and it's like no one can be that. Only, like, you can only catch me once in your life. Like, there's no two of me, three of me. There's only one of me and exactly who I am. Like, bro, that is the most amazing, like greatest thing ever. Like, you don't even understand. And it's crazy because I had to learn that. Like, there was times in my life that I used to want to, look better than certain people, or I would be kind of like jealous of other people. And bro, like now that I found who I am, and that's a big thing, you need to find who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, truthfully, you're going to go look to be like other people and try to find validation from other people to make yourself feel good. You have to stop looking at people like they're a threat to you. So if you see a girl and you feel like she looks better than you, or she does something better than you, whatever the case may be, a better body than you, don't look at them like they're a threat. Because at the end of the day, like, a person is not, because of their looks, it doesn't harm you. They're not trying to harm you. Like, that's who they are, right? So you have to just look at it in the most positive way as like ever, right? And just be more inspired rather than jealous or envious. Be inspired by them. Like, say if you want a body like them, right? Your body is your body, so it would never be exactly like them, but you can work out. You can try to improve yourself, right? But you have to try to improve yourself so that you feel good about yourself. You're not trying to improve yourself because you want other people to see you like this other person that you're not. You want to improve yourself because you want to feel good about yourself. You don't want to try to improve yourself to look like someone else. You want to just try to improve yourself to be the better you, right? So that is the way you need to start looking at things, because like I said, no one will ever be you and you will never be anyone else. So trying to improve yourself and better you will start to see a difference within yourself. You will start seeing, like, I am beautiful. Like, I don't ever, like, you would think, like, why did I ever want to look like other people? Why was I ever feeling so negative towards other people because of my insecurities, right? You have to break out of that. You have to find who you are, and starting by writing to yourself, writing down the things that you dislike about yourself, and try to turn those things into positive feelings, and working through those things, I should say, working through those things and making yourself feel better at the end of the day about those things is the best thing, because at the end of the day, like I said, you can never be anyone else. So therefore, you need to start treating yourself with love. You need to start taking care of yourself with love, and once you start doing that, you will definitely start to see a difference within yourself. And don't get me wrong, I am inspired by so many females on the internet, right? And it's crazy because still to this day, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. I love her hair. You know what? I'm going to do my hair like that, right? And it's okay to do things like that because you're inspired. Everyone can wear the same things, wear the same hair and things like that, but make sure that it's actually something that you like. Don't just go and try to copy someone because you want to be like that person because someone else likes that person. So for instance, say if you and a person broke up and they're now with someone else, right? And so now you're trying to copy what this other person is doing because you're like, oh my gosh, he likes what she's doing, so I should do it, so he'll want me again, right? No, because then that's you just losing yourself at that point because you're trying to be someone else. You're not trying to be you. So if you do like those things, then that's different, right? Like if you like the way someone is dressing or having their hair, then yeah, you can be inspired and try it out and see if you like it on yourself. But don't go and try to do things because someone else has it and you just want someone else validation from it, male validation. And that is the worst thing to happen. I'm going to be talking about that in a different episode as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that because I think that is the most important thing that needs to be talked about. Like one of the most important things to talk about because females are so obsessed with male validation and we don't even realize it sometimes. I just want you guys to start looking at yourself like you are beautiful and, at the end of the day, you will never be anyone else and it's okay to feel, a little down sometimes because it is normal. And believe me, so many people, everyone has felt down in their lives, but don't ever let it take away who you truly are, because like I said so many times in this video, you are your own beautiful. And I love you guys so much, okay? And I was so excited to make this video because of course I love helping you guys. And I think this one's a little bit shorter because it's not really much I feel like that could be said, rather than you are your own beautiful and you have to start embracing yourself. And you know, there's people out there that love and are inspired by you and you don't know it. So just always keep that in mind, write that down, write it on, you know, a whiteboard, okay? And just always tell yourself and remind yourself you are your own beautiful. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys comment down below any other topics you guys would like for me to talk about. I will be so happy to talk about anything and everything, even if you guys want to DM me on Instagram at Jada, JADAA__Marie, MARIE. You guys can also DM me on there and ask me anything, and I will keep it confidential. Wait, is that the word? You know what I mean? I'll keep it private between us. I won't let anyone know that you guys who it is specifically. So yes, if you guys want to ask me any questions to talk about any specific topic, I definitely will. Just DM me, or you can comment down below, whichever one you guys prefer. And yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.